Hello, I will be discussing homelessness in the United States. So, first off, I would like to start by saying that homelessness has been happening for decades and it's always been there, and there's always someone new or something new that's out there to help people get off the streets, and we are seeing percentages of people getting off the streets, or there's nothing happening at all, or it's increasing. So we're always going to get those three things. So again, we're going to either see that it's increasing, that there's more people getting on the streets, or it's decreasing where we're seeing them get off the streets, or there's nothing at all. And what I propose is a federal integrated housing and support. So what that is basically, also, again, it is what other people are doing, but from what I saw, what this could be is getting them permanent housing, of course, and helping with their mental health and addiction, getting them treatment for that, and also as well as getting them employment. Some causes to people getting on the streets are because of higher rent rates and not getting enough pay at work, so lower wages, and as well as lack of services. So of course, they have stuff like that people can go to, but it's not always beneficial because it's not, I guess, as strict, or just not just getting it done correctly to help people get off the streets. And there's always everybody has a background and a story to why they're on the streets, and it's not always because of like the bad people. It's also because of what I just said about the raising rent and lower wages, but also people who are going to prison and coming out after long years of being in prison. Like, they come back and they have nothing. People getting kicked out, they don't have family if they come out of prison, or people getting thrown out of their houses at a young age. There's always something that can happen, like getting hooked on a drug. I had a family member of mine who was very well educated, high school graduate, heading off to college, went to a party their senior year after graduating, had a drug that messed them, scrambled their brain up, and they were never the same, and they just stuck to being homeless, but they also took well care of themselves. But they passed away from on the streets due to crime. Someone robbed them. So people, like, there's always a reason to why someone's on the street, and it's not always bad on them. Also, I looked at many charts from 2023 all the way down to 2025, and there's always an increase, a decrease, and again, nothing happening, like I said earlier. So this new plan that I have kind of put together is a federal integrated housing and support, permanent housing, federal funding, and court coordination. So how we can start this off is by just getting people to join this system to where they're able to get clean if they are on drugs or anything, get them permanent housing, and get them into any treatment that, even if they don't have any addictions, mental treatment, even being on the streets, it's always good for people. And I think what also could really be beneficial is when getting somebody who is going to be successfully going through this whole program and system is basically having somebody that they can trust. I think having somebody who's been on the streets and seen so much and kind of had to keep to themselves so they wouldn't get robbed or just mistreated by other people. I think just putting them in a system to where they're just bouncing from new person to new person, it's kind of hard for them to want to get off the streets or become sober or anything that they have that's they're going through. So I think what could really be beneficial is having one person that they're able to trust, and this person's with them even after they're done with their treatment. So, um, so let's say the person goes through they're coming off the streets from addiction and mental health issues. They go through the treatment and all that, but there's always that same person that's with them, that's there to help them go through it. And even they're done with the treatment, they're doing great. Having checkups on these people to make sure that they're doing okay and not just forgetting about them after their treatment is always more beneficial, because they're able to still get that help and still make sure like someone's there to make sure, hey, are you doing okay? Because even like having someone to go through all that and just saying, okay, cool, you're done now, like how is that going to help anybody? I think there still does need to have checkups yearly to when they're able, after all this treatment. So having someone like having an annual state checked up, and funding requirements, and also program oversight will be very beneficial. So they're not just like after their treatment they're just gone, they have employment, they're just there for them. I think they still will need that help. So having that person to go check up on them and make sure they're getting funding is definitely very beneficial to them. And hopefully this is something that can be put in the works one day in the future. Someone else comes up with something very similar. Hopefully the numbers decrease as we get more through years of living. And it is definitely hard seeing people out there, but I definitely do think overall that having a system that works would help. So in conclusion, that having a federal integrated housing support could be very beneficial, and having someone there to help them could help. And there is definitely charts every year that are going to show these improvements or no improvement at all. And I think it's just there has to be something in the middle that people have to come to help out people. And yes, so that is my speech. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.